Welcome to today's Ukraine war update for June 18, 2026. Ukraine struck the heart of Russia overnight in what officials are calling the largest drone assault on Moscow since the full-scale war began. Moscow's mayor said at least 194 drones were shot down over the capital alone. Across Russia, the defense ministry claimed to have downed close to 1,000. The main target was the same one Ukraine hit just 2 days ago. The Gazprom Neft refinery in Moscow's Kapotnya district set ablaze for the second time in a week, with multiple fires reported across its processing units and tank farm. The disruption rippled through the capital. Flights were suspended at Vnukovo, Sheremetyevo, and other Moscow airports, and more than 170 flights were cancelled. A fuel depot in the Rostov region was hit as well, where one person was killed. President Zelensky tied the strike directly to Russia's terror campaign, warning, "If Ukraine burns, your Moscow will burn. It is time the war ended." 2 days after the G7 pledged to choke off Russia's oil money, Ukraine is choking off its oil at the source. 1,370 Russian troops killed in a day. Russia lost nearly 2,000 more drones, many of them, almost certainly, in the failed defense of its own skies overnight. 71 artillery systems were destroyed, along with 4 more air defense systems, a sign of just how hard both sides are now fighting for control of the air. The cumulative toll passes 1,388,000. Russia hit back the same night. Ukraine's Air Force reported 7 missiles and 239 drones launched across the country, with the bulk of them shot down or suppressed. The strikes were aimed at Ukraine's energy backbone, an energy facility, oil sites, a hangar, and a private home were damaged in the Kyiv and Poltava regions. Powerful explosions rang out over Kyiv after 1 in the morning, and again before dawn. In the Poltava region, bomb disposal teams defused the warhead of a cruise missile that had failed to detonate. On the ground, the grind continued. 207 clashes were recorded along the front. Pokrovsk again drew the heaviest pressure, with around 24 Russian assaults, while Sheremetyevo and Kostiantynivka stayed hot. Ukrainian analysts at Deep State warned that Kostiantynivka now risks repeating the fate of Pokrovsk, slowly enveloped from several directions. But there were no significant Russian breakthroughs. The pattern of this war holds. Russia cannot win the skies over Moscow, and it cannot break the line in the Donbass. That wraps up today's update. If you found this useful, press the like button and subscribe in order to support this channel. Stay informed, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.